Sup guys, we're in full bear market territory and apparently now it has also hit one of the big ones. What happened to Cardano? If you like the content, like and subscribe, let's jump right into this. You don't have to be a seasoned trend analyst to see that this doesn't look good. And now we have hit an low for so many years. We haven't dropped to 15 cents in such a long time. So the last time that happened was 2023, hitting the bear market low. This doesn't look good. But what I want to talk about is how did we get here, and is this a chance for SUPRA? Maybe not the way you think it is. To describe Charles in a few words, he just says what he thinks. And this is often not a good thing when you listen to this.
Charles, when people ask you, what business are you in? What do you say?
I used to say I print money for a living.
You don't do this. Print money for a living. All the holders of ADA could think, well, why did we invest in your project then when you say on a panel, I am printing money for a living? So this was one of his faux pas, but it wasn't the only one. I'm not taking credit for this mockup. It's from Moon Ipto. Follow him if you want to see more of content like this. But we're gonna play this so the picture gets even more clearer.
I can't for the life of me understand what the hell is the point of Bitcoin.
Broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado.
His
Video
catchphrase.
is made for Jack Dorsey. So yesterday, Jack said, proof of work is better than proof of stake because proof of work is less centralized and more secure. And, you know, this is a common thing that people that are indoctrinated in the school of Bitcoin.
No, it doesn't matter. It's a shit coin. But there's only one truth Bitcoin. You know, we spent 6 years researching proof of stake stuff for Cardano. And, you know, we have a much better protocol in our view. It's been peer reviewed by major academics and major institutions.
We've survived for 10 years in the trenches. We have a brand. There's people, good people every day, but we're losing them week by week by week by week. And no, it's not Charles Hoskinson driving them out. Charles hit us back. IO hit us back. Look how unstable and evil and narcissistic the founder is. And I'm pissed. I'm really pissed.
Yeah. Well, this is Charles Hoskinson. He is talking what he thinks and often going live, and just everyone can see his crash outs. And the recent one was one of his biggest. This is one of the reposts from Coinbaro, but you have to watch this to understand what's going on.
This is where we're at as an ecosystem. You know, I said at the beginning of the year, we're going to see a lot of people collapse because the markets are really bad and we need some way to bail out our ecosystem and get them the lifeblood that they need to get to the next level.
So what he's talking about is that all the projects on Cardano, of course, need liquidity. And, well, with the market sentiment that we have right now, this is not really possible. And so more and more projects jump ship. Let's keep on.
So I came up with the plan of an index. It did not get executed. So we've lost JPEG Store. We have tap tools.
So one of the biggest projects on Cardano and one of the most trusted projects on Cardano was Tap Tools. And the other project he is talking about is JPEG Store. It would have been the NFT marketplace on Cardano. We come to that later, by the way. Yeah, keep on.
I would suspect others are coming very soon. There's going to be a wave of failures in the ecosystem. Now, I could buy some of them, as I did NAMI and as I did Blockfrost.
So we can talk about that. Charles himself noted that he had personally acquired projects like NAMI and Blockfrost to keep them alive. I don't know Blockfrost, but NAMI is a wallet for Cardano. And he personally bought that to keep them alive and to keep them in the ecosystem. So Charles even paid with his own money to keep the system running.
And then we can try to take those and commercialize them. When we try to take them and commercialize them, you guys vote against it. Just the way it is. So there doesn't seem to be a lot of community desire to spend the treasury to take these ventures to the next level. We have Draper. You've decided to give them a large quantity of ADA, a lot of money. As I remind you, they're probably going to invest mostly in new things, not old things. And of these old things, many of them are not in an investable state at the moment. So this year's going to be very hard. The second half of the year for Cardano, we're probably going to see more dApps in DeFi die and a consolidation happen. I'm not exactly sure what my role or place is to resolve this.
Exactly. And here is a conflicting thought I had about this. Charles said he made this proposal, and this proposal. All the people on Cardano who had voting power voted against his proposals. You have to see it this way. Charles Hoskinson is the CEO of IOHK, and he is also the founder of Cardano. But he has absolutely no power over the protocol. So even if he suggests to spend the treasury money on anything, still the voters have the power. So the good thing about Cardano is it is heavily decentralized. This is what he fought for 6 years, to have the most decentralized chains. And now he is complaining about it. He wants the power to change it the way he wants it to be changed, but the voters are against it. And now the system that he created falls on his own feet. Is this irony, or is it just the way it has to be? Think about it for a second. We have one of the most decentralized chains, and now the founder of the chain complains that it's too centralized. In my opinion, this is harming all of crypto. But we're not done with the story. Shortly after Charles Hoskinson posted this, we won't watch the whole thing.
Hoskinson broadcasting live from rough and rugged Wyoming. I wanted to make a quick video to remind everybody that I am okay. I'm not suicidal. I'm not leaving the ecosystem or resigning from Cardano and running around. I had so many people reach out to me this morning, including journalists as far-reaching as Bloomberg, asking questions about what's going on. And of course, the crypto media is irredeemably bad.
We're going to talk about that, of course, in a second. But just a few hours later, Charles Hoskinson got online and said, I am not leaving, smiling, everything is fine. Is this damage control, or does he have a plan? Only the future will tell, but right now Cardano took a big hit, and the ecosystem, not only the price, but this ecosystem overall took a big hit. And of course, the people on social media jumped on him like rabid dogs. But a lot of people also defended Charles. And this one was an interesting one. I'm gonna read it to you. Do you know what the 20 biggest crypto influencers and media outlets spreading ADA FUD have in common? They all work with the same 3 PR agencies. All of those agencies work for Cardano's competitors. It's time for someone to end up in prison. Okay, maybe this is a bit much to ask for. But if this is true, I haven't found out, and I haven't found any sources to confirm this. But is there a greater conspiracy behind this? To be honest, I like Charles Hoskinson. If you haven't watched this TED Talk, it's 11 years ago. So Charles Hoskinson is an OG. By the way, this guy is now 38 years old, so he was 27 then. Yeah, crypto doesn't make you younger, guys. But what I want to say, watch this, and you will learn to love Charles Hoskinson. Really, what he's doing is fighting for crypto to be mass adopted, to be used, and this is why I entered the space in the first place. So now with this crash out, we have one question to ask. What is SUPRA's role in all of this? And you know me, and if you have watched some of my videos, I like to dream big. And this time I'm dreaming about this. My thoughts were, so now a lot of projects jump ship from Cardano. Now maybe there is a hole that needs to be filled. So my first question to the robot was, does Cardano have a partner chain explicitly focusing on AI agents and oracles? Well, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, Cardano has at least one partner chain with a strong, explicit focus on AI agents, Materius. It also has an Oracle-related partner chain, efforts notably Charlie. So I was sad, meh, they also have someone. But of course, I dug deeper, and there I have the next question. Is Charlie on Cardano shutting down? No, Charlie is not fully shutting down, but they have wound down their core decentralized Oracle operations as of late May 2026. So they have already been a victim of this development. So Oracle role is vacant. Let's look at Materius. Materius is a chain with 855 followers, so really small. And if you ask the robot, is Materius on Cardano still running or are they also shutting down? Materius on Cardano is still actively running and currently on testnet, so not further than SUPRA, with no signs of shutting down. What I found is this token. So apparently Metro has a token. If you look on CoinMarketCap, you won't find this token. So this project is way too small to be considered as a real partner chain. Guys, it's just dreaming of a blue SUPRA symbol running on Cardano. Don't get me wrong, I think they have both different aims, and to have them both partner up is pretty unlikely, but I just like the thought of it. Because I like Cardano, I like Charles Hoskinson. This TED Talk brought me way deeper into cryptocurrency, and this is why Charles will always have a place in my heart. And, well, it would be great if they partnered up. Josh, what up? Before we wrap up this video, let me remind you of the Tangem incentive. Every wallet you order is working towards the goal of SUPRA being supported by Tangem. Let's do this together, guys. That's it from me. See you in the next one. Bye.